Right, what's going on, people? Welcome to a leg workout. I'm going to run you through my whole entire leg workout as of now. So yeah, let's get into it. First of all, we have hip adductor. The first set is anywhere from 10 to 12-ish reps. I try not to grab my legs and push with like my chest, because it's very easy to do that and you're literally taking all the tension off of your adductors. So grab the handles or grab your waist high up so you can't push. So you can't push your legs, otherwise you could add an extra 10 reps, just through pushing. But yeah, I haven't included any of the warm-ups, but always do a thorough warm-up. You don't want to snap nothing, you don't want to tear nothing, because then you'll be out of training for a long time. So yeah, first set, I don't know how many reps I got. It's probably on the screen now. This is the back off set. Everything I do is literally just 2 sets. One top set and one back off, and that's it. So, I don't do loads of junk volume. For me personally, like high rep, loads of volume just doesn't work for my legs. I just need to go heavy 2 sets, and I grow perfectly fine. Yeah, back off set, it's pretty boring watching someone just do hip adductor, but, it's part of the workout. You can watch my tempo. I probably should be pausing at the top for a bit longer, but, my adductors were fucking on fire. Here I am pushing. That's because I literally had none left in the tank. So, you can add a few extra, but don't push too hard. Otherwise you just get a chest bump. So I think I pushed on like another 4 or 5 with my hands, which is, you can overload it, it's fine. But, my advice is to just avoid using your hands as much as you can. Next up, we have the lion leg curl. My tempo here is very precise. I come down with slow, pause at the top for 2 seconds. This is crazy. It's the only hamstring thing I do on my first leg day of the week, because, this is enough. Cheeky voice break. This is enough for my hamstrings to be sore the next day. And then my other leg day is more hamstring focused. So today is all about the quads. Yeah, again, I'm not going to say this every time, because literally all of my first sets are 10 to 12, or like, if it's a machine thing, 10 to 12. If it's a compound movement or like a leg press, then 8 to 10, 6 to 8 sort of thing. Just do any more than 6 and any less than 12 on your first set. That's a very good way to do it. You can't go wrong with that. And then for the back off, say any more than 12 and any less than 17. Or like get 17, Yeah, I've switched up the angle here. Nice. I'm literally like a lobster, bro. What the fuck? As you can see, my hamstrings are quite shit, so I probably should do another hamstring movement. But I'm just going to test this out, because basically my calf, the front of my calf, is called a tibialis anterior. I'll put a picture of it on the screen. Basically, I've done like a micro tear in that. So for the past 4 weeks, I haven't been able to train legs. I think it's been around there. Or really walk up hills, which is pretty shit. But now the pain is still kind of there if I'm like in a vulnerable position of stretching it. But I don't do any sort of walking now, like up hills. I just try to cycle as much as I can. I walk really slow, make sure I'm walking on just, through flat surfaces sort of thing, taking it really easy. Yeah, again, lion leg curl back off isn't the most hype thing you'll ever see in your life. But I want to show you guys my tempo and how I actually train without loads of edits. And, edits, I just swap things around and you don't see the true workout. So, yeah, there we go. Hair's on a mad one. Here we have seated calf raise press. Now, I would recommend stretching more at the bottom. You see my heels aren't really, stretching too much. Oh, bit of lag. I'm stretching too much because, I'm not trying to hurt my my the front of my calf again, because that would just be shit. So I would recommend coming down further at the bottom and holding it, but that's actually the worst possible thing I could do. So I'm just focusing on pressing at the moment. Hold your knees, hold your calves, just hold something, because otherwise, it's very easy to not feel the connection to your calves. I've always been quite good at, just engaging the muscles that I should be. So, my mind muscle connection has been quite strong, ever since I first started lifting, which is always a bonus. If you have a training partner, just get him or her to literally just gently just poke the muscle that you're trying to hit, and it will literally completely change the way you perform the exercise, because you're like, you can feel the tension against it, like the finger tensing against your finger. I don't know, at their finger. The fuck am I even saying? Just get them to grab it, like gently poke it, and you work the muscle so much better, and you'll activate it and you'll stretch it properly. Where's my face? I keep looking around. I was waiting for the Smith machine to be done because I wanted to do squats. So I was just checking if he was done, but he wasn't. I normally do squats. I usually do like calves last, but my calves are a major weak point for me. I think for every man on the planet, probably. My calves are just a bit shit, so I've started doing them first. As you can see, I was drinking the Lucozade. Now, I always have a 750 milliliter Lucozade. It's like 40 grams of carbs before I squat, or before my compound. So, literally 40 grams of carbs before your heavy squat or your heavy bench or your deadlift. Have like 40 grams of quick digesting carbs, just so you can, you'll be fully energized, because there's literally no disadvantage to not doing it. So here's the warm-ups. I do like 8 reps with a plate, 6 reps with 2, and then everything after two plates is just a 1 rep. Here we have 4 plates for the top set. I got 7 last time, but that was, before I got injured. So I did expect to be weaker. There's 2, I think. God, I'm an ugly bastard, Jesus. 3. One more, come on. 4. See, I probably should have racked it there, but I just didn't want to stop. So I go for 1 more and it doesn't move. I get scared, but I put it back. Thank God. It's raging. But you got to expect to fail. You can't push yourself and not fail. Because if you never fail in the gym, you're not pushing nowhere near as hard as you should be. Do it. Pardon me. Back off set is just 3 plates. I did get this for like 12 last time, but I'm just kind of easing my way back into the squat, because I don't want to just go stupid heavy back to what I was doing 4 weeks ago. Otherwise I'll just tear something. But on like machines and stuff, like my strength, you can kind of keep that, because it's nothing too taxing on your body. But like a heavy squat or deadlift or like a bench or something, you really need to ease your way back in, otherwise you're going to snap something, and that's not good for anything. Some guy like spawn trapping it. He was just standing there waiting for the Smith. So next exercise is the leg press. I only filmed the top set. It's like 10 to 12. As you can see, I've only got four plates on it. You're probably like, oh, I can do 7 plates. But for me, I've always responded well to just like, I'm just good at, using the muscle I'm supposed to be using. Going really deep, pressing. My quads are on fire, and my quads grow from this. I'll put a picture on the screen of what my quads look like. So, a heavy leg press, like no one cares about a heavy leg press. Like, I don't remember, if someone told me they could fucking leg press 12 plates or 13, 14, 15, I'd be like, oh, cool. And then I just, I won't even process it after that. So, obviously, if you can do it with good form, like 12 plates, then that's insane. But, like, for me, contraction is the most important thing. I'm just trying to get as much tension as I can. Right, last exercise is the leg extension. I've wrapped a resistance band, kind of like a seat belt, to suck you into the bench so your glutes don't come off. This is insane. This feels amazing because you can literally just pull as hard as you can and you stay on the bench. So it's just all quad. So yeah, the first set again, like 10 to 12. I'm stacking it. I'm stacking the whole thing. I need to get a gym pin. Otherwise, I'm just not going to make any progress ever again. I've got the whole stack for like 15 reps here, I think, and I'm squeezing at the top, coming down slow. So it's not like I'm just ego lifting. So for my back off set, I actually did do single leg, just so I could actually, it would be heavy. I could progress. Yeah, I tried to go for another one, but I can't do it. Final set of the day. Single leg extension. This actually feels really good, to be fair. I don't think it'd feel that great. It's the thing with Pure Gym is the machines are, it's a Pure Gym. It's not a fucking bodybuilding gym. But you can still make good gains. It's just, I don't know. I wish there was like a bodybuilding gym near me. I might switch it up. I might go to another one, and I'll definitely film it if I do. But for now, I'm just gonna stay here and try and progress. Because if I keep swapping gyms, I'm never gonna be able to just progress the same equipment. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I'm thinking about things. I just want to build some fucking muscle. I'm tired of just looking the same. I probably have made progress, but I just want more. I always want so much more. And that is something to be. That's okay if you always want it to be better. Obviously, if it's getting you down, like say you don't like the way you look, or you're nowhere near as strong as you want to be, and you're comparing yourself to other people like your age, and you feel like insignificant compared to them. Like that, obviously, isn't a healthy mindset. However, I'm like that now, and I was like that. I've always been like that, and it's it helps me push. It's one of the only things that can actually make me push as hard as I can and get angry. I just want to be the best that I can be. So yeah, that's the full workout. Hopefully you enjoyed. I also done a set of ab crunches, but that's the most boring shit in the world. 30 reps. Just do 30 reps of weighted crunches, and you'll be fine. That's the full leg workout. I apologise if it was a bit boring, but I really wanted to show you kind of, the leg day that'll make you some fucking quad gains. Next week, I'll probably show you my hamstring focus day. Probably glutes and hamstrings, yeah. But, I don't know. If you watch the whole thing, I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one.